This is when your personable child is talking to orientation personnel instead of paying attention to the orientation icebreaker.
Look, there's a fountain. All right, we've left the campus of the College of Mount St. Joseph University for orientation. Been spending the night. I am heading home. Informative, fun. It's a bunch of people that he knew. Just enjoyed it. Met the soccer coach, so it's a good fit. I think he's gonna like it, and I like it. So I'm gonna stop talking to the camera. Steps. Always more steps. Okay, so that's a slight. Well, there's a tree branch in the way. You can't see anything at all. Nothing at all as we're going to this lot. So I might drive around a little bit, check out the area, because it's been 30 years since I've been here. But it was fun. All right, as a part of the driving tour, good old Lions Park, this is the sports complex. It's pretty nice, pretty cool. We walked over and took a look at the stadium. So let's give you a chance to take a look at the stadium. Out there on it. It is being used. Nice track. That's where the soccer teams play. One good thing that we found out was that soccer is free. Soccer is free. They sell tickets to some sports, but soccer is not one of the sports that they sell to. So I want to see what this is. Parking with valid permit only. So this is like where the offices are. So we did get to go in and see. We went in and went through the locker room and saw where the soccer coach's office is, met the soccer coach, like I said. That's all in this building on this side of this whole thing. You know, they do have a nice parking garage here next to where we parked. So inclement weather, that'll be nice. Oh, there's a bunch of people. I'm going to stop shooting, but I'm going to take a left. So that's where we just were, what I walked out of. You can see the fountain and all. And then there's really not much of the campus back here. It's a dead-end road. And again, that's that other end of that private drive, I bet. So yeah, just stuff. I'm just exploring, so never mind. Well, there's the big sign, but there's a telephone pole in the way. I'm gonna drive around the campus a little more. So hard to see, but this, you know, the warehouse, they call it jokingly, is the new Centennial Field House where they work. There's the mother house for the Sisters of Charity, and now I know that I have been back here before. Historical marker for the Sisters of Charity. So there's really, this is it. This is the end of the road. But, oh, campus is closed. Come on. I've been back in there, but it's been a very, very long time. All the way back in there. So, Irish dancing, I've done some back in here when I was a kid. And then in college did some singing. So I think we had some rehearsing. But I know I've been back there. It's just been forever. And things have changed. Obviously, they've got a solar field over there. But they didn't used to have it. And they actually built some housing up here. All right, I am going to now map my quickest way home. And hope that it takes me past a UDF so I can get a milkshake. Because I think I deserve one. The stories about the Sisters of Charity and, St. Elizabeth Ann Seton and all, it was pretty interesting stuff. So to be honest, somebody needs to make a movie about some of these nuns and how they came, to America and built schools and got donations and built hospitals and universities, and how important that was to our fledgling nation. I think somebody needs to make a movie about that. And I'm not even Catholic. This is a view of Cincinnati that I don't get much. Sorry, the windows are all open. Could roll them up, I suppose. Get the AC going. But yeah, coming in from the west side here on US 50 West, US 50 East, which is what this would be. All right, folks, again, I bring you into a project, well into the project. I have removed my old battery. I have replaced the new battery. and attempted to tighten the lug to hold it into place. I have just found some petroleum jelly, since I don't have any actual dielectric grease to put on the terminals, that I'm going to reinstall. So that was today's project, post-vacation. Yeah, so AC Delco battery bought from AutoZone, because that's the one that actually fits with the positive terminal on the correct side, which is a little unusual there, but that's the way this car works. All right, so you don't need to watch the rest. I'm just going to smear some petroleum jelly on there and reconnect the cables with my handy dandy 10mm socket. And of course, I do like these battery connections, the terminals on these, because they're angled to make it much easier to access them with the socket. I think that's pretty cool, but I've mentioned that before. All right, later. I do want to say though, you don't need a lot. Take it easy on the application here, folks, right? The glob I got on my finger was enough for both terminals. So you just don't need a ton. You need it on the sides where the contact's going to be made. I don't need it on the top. And this is to mostly just to prevent corrosion. Oops, sorry. Mostly just to prevent corrosion. That's all. That's all it's for. All right. So then this is going to come up and get on there. Then we're going to tighten it, and then this one's going to, oops, sorry, I have to hold things. I only got one hand here, right? All this solo work. There you go. All right, going to get them on there, cinch them down, tighten them up, we're good to go. One other thing I recommend doing is getting a paint pen, or in this case, a silver Sharpie, a light something, and I'm going to write the date, really just the month and the year that this battery was installed on the top of the battery, so that I will be able to see it. The other one had a sticker, 1 of 19, which disturbs me that that battery only lasted 2.5 years, but whatever. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to write that on there now. I actually have a little collection of Sharpies, colored Sharpies, and a black Sharpie in the tool bag. Duh. Kidneys. And in case you're curious again about the little bling kit, these were just number 6. They're 20mm, I think, screws. It's a kit that I purchased from wish.com, and it's the number 4 Allen key hex-head that tightens them in. Usually just do it hand tight. I don't even use the thingy. All right, I gotta find that screw for that one. I know where it is. Oh look, there it is. Rolling around behind my seat. I told you I dropped it between the seats. Started right up. I should probably rinse these sunglasses off with fresh water, since they spent so much time in the ocean and in the pools while we were on vacation. Mostly taking the car out for an inaugural drive because, of course, making sure the battery would start, and also a new battery like this is probably not fully charged, so I need to put at least a little time running on it so that the alternator can send some juice to it. So I'm driving by and this thing is for sale. $14,500. All for details. I didn't film this. The other thing you'd have to do, of course, when you've taken the battery in and out is get your radio out of safe mode. Now I have my 4-digit code from the previous owner. It was written and it's on a little index card that I keep in there. You hold the RDS and the scan buttons at the same time. It'll say safe, and then it'll go to 1000. And then you just press these sequentially, you know, to go to the each of these first 4 buttons for each of the 4 digits. So if you're 0023, you would do that 10 times to get from 1 to 0, 9 times to get from 1 to 0, make that one 0, that one 0, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. All right, and then hold those 2 again until your radio comes back on. Of course, the other thing that has to happen is that we need to get the clock and the date back. and that's this little dial right here. Strangely enough, it's great. The odometer stayed, but the tripometer cleared itself. Isn't that weird? All right, so this one, you just pull this out and hold it, and you'll see then the hour will flash. There we go. And then you just turn it to the correct hour. Oh, I just hit my windshield wipers with my arm. Oh, that might be right. Let me see what time it is. It's actually like 4:09. Okay, so 4:08. 4:09. I pull it again, and we get the month. So this is July. What are we today? The 23rd, I think. No, we're the 24th today. And then, oh, this is going to take a while. And it doesn't, you can't turn it and hold it, right? It doesn't work. You have to actually do it individually. So if you have to go 20 years, you have to turn it, click it 20 times. In my case, I have to do it 15. You can't hold it, and it will not then run through the years or the dates or the times. All right, that's all there is to that. I hope that was helpful. This vent was making the noise. The guy had opened it, and I had shut it, and it was vibrating. I think that's why it took so long for the upstairs to get cool, because he had opened this. My wife is on an ant killing mission. She was doing some stuff out back and decided we're infested. So we've placed all kinds of baits all around the outside of the house, and I have resprayed all around the windows in an attempt to curb the ant population. So that is Saturday's update. Instead of the Olympics, we're anting. That being said, car battery purchase was successful. Had a nice little drive. So that's all good and good and well. So happy you're enjoying your Saturday and making it what you want your day to be.